of stopping these individuals and why they were stopped?
This is information I received on that. I was not involved in the stop, but from critiques that we've had, the 5 individuals were being followed by a police officer. They pulled down in the dead end off of Herman 14th, I believe, and went down to the dead end and made a left turn and started back out. And from information that I have is that the police officer blocked them in, and following procedure, he demanded they get out. Then there was a gunshot. I don't know who fired the gun, but from that point on, it's just speculation of what happened down there. The evidence proved that Officer Johnson was hit once, and Officer Thomason came over to take care of Officer Johnson, and he was hit once. Okay, after this happened, an alarm went out all over the city, and they called all available police officers in. And going on the facts that they put out, I was assigned to go to Fisk University trying to backtrack where the car had originally come from. I interviewed people at Fisk University, and other of my officers interviewed people from Meharry, and we were at this time at a loss on which direction to go. We had information that this car, or a car like it, was transporting people who had forged money orders at the Valdot liquor store on 14th and Jefferson. All this information comes in later. We proceeded to police officers at the bus station, at the airport, and everywhere trying to catch the individuals who was suspects in this deal. It was snowing that night. Streets were kind of iced over, and it wasn't possible to drive real fast, but we thought we had all corners covered. But they proceeded to get out of town without us catching any of them that night. And Dr. Kimbrough, you can go on further with that, because an investigation ensued, and we were all busy trying to put the pieces together. Officer Thompson was in the hospital, gravely wounded, and he didn't give us much information. I'm stating things as it was factual, but from that time I was getting information from everybody around. So that's where we are at this junction.
Very good. And of course, soon these individuals were captured. Now, what did the court decide in reference to these individuals, Dr. Kimbrough?
Well, according to information that's been researched, as Major Hill, to me, said, Officer Johnson died on the spot.
Instantly, yes.
These gentlemen did get out of town, and knowing that they, what happened as far as they were concerned, their individual experiences that night, they, Steve Parker, and another gentleman, I believe Charles Lee Heron, went on to Cincinnati. And of course, the search was out for the suspect in the killing of the policeman. So finally, the Steve Parker's father, who was an attorney in Cincinnati, still going back to Nashville because he felt that he was going to get a sense of justice there. And knowing that they had limited time to do what they were doing in terms to turn themselves in or be caught, they came on back. And of course, when the papers being what they are in terms of information, when Bill Allen, William G. Allen, saw that these two individuals had been captured, he then came back himself. Naturally, he left and went out of town, New York, I believe. But he came back because he wanted to see what was going to, he didn't want these people who he knew not to be involved. So keep in mind, let me tell you that the papers said that these young men were young black militants with shotguns, ambushed a policeman. And so they knew that this didn't happen, so they turned themselves in, and lo and behold, 3 of them, not until Officer Thomason passed, were charged with first-degree murder. And with the climate being what it was in 1968, civil rights-wise and struggling, then, of course, they were fortunate, they felt, not to get the death sentence. So they were found with guilty of first-degree murder.
Very good. And of course, with that, Dr. Kimbrough, let's have our second commercial break, after which we'll come back and we'll have some additional individuals to talk about other aspects of the case. But up to this point, we do know that the incident did occur and that 2 policemen eventually died as a result of that. And these young men were, in the end, charged by the court in reference to that and incarcerated. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about other aspects. Of course, let's take this second commercial break, after which we will return. Number one,